So as you can see behind me, there's been some pretty major changes here in the fish corner. I've got a lot of stuff put in the tank, and today I'm going to show you all of it. We're going to do a bit of an aquarium tour, but I'd also like to show you the process, how it happened, and it all began with a trip to the fish store. I'm on my way to pick up some live rock and a reef rackometer. Nothing particularly exciting today, but still, I love going and hanging out at the fish store. And you know, I might buy a couple other things. Go ahead and pay for them today, but pick them up when the tank's ready. I don't know, it just depends what's in stock and if I see anything I like. And here we are, my favorite place in Shenzhen. I've been admiring this here long spine sea urchin for a while. I've always really liked this species. I've never kept them before, but it's one I'd really like to give a try. I've always just thought they were so cool. And I remember seeing them when I was snorkeling off the coast of Borneo, and I just thought they were so neat. Scary looking, but neat. And that bubble tip. I've been eyeing that puppy for a while. And I gotta say, I sure do like the looks of that mushroom coral back there. And completely unrelated, but just impressive, look at that Asian arowana. Wow. You know, it's so amazing just to be able to see these Asian arowanas here. Because back where I'm from in America, you know, these are illegal and you can't have them. You know, I'd never actually even seen one before I came to China. It's one of my favorite parts of living here. You know, I actually hope one day to keep them. If the channel gets big enough, I'll get a big tank and get one of these too. Just like Christmas. I'm not particularly good with the metric system. 10 kilos is considerably more than I expected. Bye-bye la, bye-bye la. So after I got the live rock in, I gave my tank time to cycle, and then I went back to the fish store. And that video began like this. Boy oh boy, I love going to the fish store. But unfortunately, I had some trouble with that video. I did go back, I did buy the long spine, I did buy those mushroom corals. You can actually see them right over my shoulder. I did not get the bubble tip. I decided against that, but as you can see, I also bought a bunch of other stuff. So the reason I didn't finish that video was because of the long spine sea urchin. I find it difficult to describe just how much I regret buying that thing. I was gonna do this really great unbagging video where I showed myself putting in all the corals, but just handling that long spine was so problematic and so difficult, I couldn't do that. At this point, I was ready to just throw it against the wall. For those of you that don't know, long spine sea urchins are poisonous, and they have a sting about equivalent to a bee sting. If I had literally anywhere else to put this urchin, I would take it out of this tank. I even tried returning it to the fish store. You know, I sent him a message on WeChat, and I was like, I had some trouble with this urchin. I don't like it anymore. I don't want it. Will you take it back? And I even offered just to give it back for free. I just didn't want it anymore. And he said no. So I'm stuck with it. But that's alright. Except for, you know, being a nuisance, I actually like the way it looks when it moves around the tank. They're actually pretty neat. They just sting. So for the corals, I just got some easy to keep stuff. Stuff that I've always just enjoyed. I'm not trying to get fancy with them. Not trying to get anything impressive. No SPS. Just some LPS, some soft corals. Some polyps, just really easy to keep stuff that I just really enjoy, stuff that I think's really pretty. I got some green star polyps. A lot of people consider green star polyps just more of a nuisance than an actual coral, but they do tend to take over, but I kind of like it. It looks like a rock just covered in grass. I just think it's a really pretty coral. Then I got lots of different polyps, got all kinds of cool stuff. And then I think my favorite coral at the moment is the red mushroom. I just think it's so pretty. I just really admire that coral. I'm really glad I went back to buy it. I also picked up a coral banded shrimp. I've just always enjoyed those, watching them go around the tank. And as you can see yet, I haven't gotten any fish yet, even though I'm only going to get one. I came really close to buying one while I was at the store. I found one that had sort of like the personality I'm looking for, that curiosity. And that's usually what makes for a trainable animal. I followed my finger around the glass just without any prompting. It just seemed like a really good fish for training. It wasn't a species I had considered before, but it seemed like a good specimen. Well, thanks for watching. It was really fun to show you around my tank, If you enjoyed that video and you like more of just like the corals and stuff, even though that's not what the channel's really about, I'd be happy to put out more videos like that. Just let me know what you'd like to see in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.